مستغرب Batra Daf Kuf Samach Vav, starting from Kuf Samach He Amud Bet by the Gemara to Rabbanan. Amar Kesef, the document only said silver. In Pahod min dinar Kesef is referring to a dinar of silver. Kesef dinarim says silver dinars. Bidinarin Kesef or dinars silver without a number. And Pahod Mishneh Dinarin Kesef it's referring to two. Kesef bidinarin it says silver in dinars. And Pahod mi Bishne Dinarin Dahav Kesef. It's two gold dinars worth of silver. More. Kesef and Bahod Midinar Kesef, silver no less than a silver dinar. Be'eman Aska, maybe who says it's a piece of no, a silver coin, maybe it's a piece of silver, like a nugget. Mar Bilazar, the Katuba Mabea, that specifically says coin. Be'ema Pirita, maybe it's a silver peruta, which is a tiny coin. Mar Papa, Ba'ata de Losahi Pirita, the Kaspa, there's no silver perutot in that place. You know what I'm They have, it says there's gold in Bahod Midinar Zahabs, less than a gold dinar. They have dinarin, Midinar Hazav says gold dinars gold. And Bahal Mishnah in the have is referring to no less than two gold dinar coins. They have bid dinarin gold in dinars, and Bahal Mishnah in the has a kesef no less than two silver dinars of gold. Amar more. They have in Bahal dinars they have. When it says gold, it's not less than a gold dinar. Iman Aska he says maybe a piece of gold, a nugget. Mar Bilazar the Katanavia says it's coin. Same question. Maybe it's a piruta. The Gemara says piriti they have a lot of the inchi they don't make pirutot that small of gold. They have bidin golden dinars and Baham Mishnah in case of the guys we said earlier, no less than two silvers worth dinars worth of gold. Maybe it's pieces of gold worth two gold dinars. The guy who has a document, he's trying to extract. He has the lower hand. Because the other guy has the money. The type of dinar is not specified, and therefore he only could claim out and receive silver. So how come in the first case also should be the same thing with silver? The first case is dinari. In the second case, they have dinarin. It says dinarin. That means actual dinars. And we're not telling the Shana ben dinarin. Who says the difference between the word dinare and dinarin? The time the Mishnah says elsewhere, Ha'isha shaya aleha safek chamesh ledot. A woman Barminan had 5 cases of miscarriages. Safek Hamesh Zivot, or she had 5 Safek cases of Ziva, which is a Zav, which is like a type of Tumah. In each case is of for sure of definite, you need a Korban. So if you have Safekot, if you have doubtful ones, what does she do? Maybe Korban Achat, she brings one Korban, V'achat Bezachim, and she can eat the Korbanot because it's one pair of birds for the Korban, and she's able to eat from it because the Kohen may not eat from it because he's not sure if it's Kadosh. She's not to bring anything else. So she had 5 for sure childbirths. 5 for sure cases of ziva. You bring one korban for all. And she can eat and they can eat from it. And she still has to bring the rest. So we see from there, however, it happened in that one time because too many people were bringing korbanot of birds. The price of birds went up until it's stood at dinare, gold dinars. He swears that he won't sleep until birds are sold for dinarin, which is less apparently. Therefore, he learned only if she had definitive cases of childbirth or ziva. She brings one pair of birds and may eat the rest. She doesn't have to bring the rest, which now brings the demand. Now that people don't have to bring as much, the demand drops. That day, the price of the birds dropped at a quarter dinar. We see over there in that Mishnah, the whole point is bringing this dinar means gold, dinars, and dinarin refers to silver, and therefore Ashi makes sense. Okay, Katuv Milamala. The Mishnah mentioned that at the top said one number and the bottom said a different number, it'll go by the bottom. Then we're done. The lower portion can be used from the upper portion for one letter. But you can't use 2 letters, not 2 missing letters. Okay, go on. Let's say it says on the letter, it says Hanan. In the lower part, you can see the word Hanani, which is adding a yod. The Anan me Anani, also the word Anan from Anani, and lower from the top. Okay, how come we don't do 2? Maybe the guy will have 4-letter name and 2 will be missing. That's half of it missing. And that you can't assume that the sofer made such a big mistake. If that's the case, or maybe the guy didn't make a mistake on a single letter. The guy had a 2-letter name, Dan. That's considered half a name, and you can't corroborate that. The reason why 2 letters you can't do it because the Lilma Metrame Shem Ben Shlosh Otiyot. We're worried about a guy who has a 3 letter name, and 2 missing letters will be majority. Amar Papa. It's obvious for me. Sefel Mamala Bekefel Mata. With the word Sefel above, the name Sefel above, and the word Kefel below. Right? So the only difference is the Samach on top and the Kuf on the bottom. I call it we go off to the bottom. What if it says Kefel on top and Sefel on the bottom? Right, so maybe mi hashinun zuf. Maybe the top. What happened was it was uh kefel, but the bottom one turned into a samach because maybe a bug or a fly landed on it and it caused the ink to smudge into a samach. We're not worried about that. Teku, we're not sure. Ahuda have a katabe. There's a guy that had a document written sheet me'ab bezuzes 600 and a zuz. We don't know what the 600 was. So 601, but the 600 was not specified. Asked he sent the following question. Do we assume it's 600 istarot and a zuz, which is like istara is like 4 zuz each, which would make it 2401. Or maybe it's 600 pirutot and a zuz. And then piruta is much less. It can't be a perutat. Look, because it's not written in a document. The asukim people usually add them up. All right, let's say perutat to be 10 zuzim each. You're not going to write 10,000 zuzim, so you'd rather just write a lower number. My mark, therefore, maybe you say it's 600 stirot in one. No, you add baal hashtar. No, you can't assume that the guy has the lower hand. Therefore, you have to assume it's 600 zuzim, 601 zuzim, and not 600 istarot and 1 zuz, which would make it 2400 zuzim. Right?